So we are back.
Sort of.
Sort of. I mean, I'm ready in here, and of course this one.
Shut up. You look ready because technically I made you that way.
I pinned my hair in, which is why I have this nice surprise look. My entire face is instant facelift. Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm the world's greatest dresser.
Be something. That's why everybody. That's why any of the divas that you see go to the competitions, they all look very happy and surprised. And that's why.
And they probably have worked with me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now Felicia's running around trying to chase the cat. Go that way. So we're back. We are at season 6. This is the premiere. I have a mohawk on my head that was sent to me by Wigs of a Kind. I had to get creative because, you know, I don't have any fucking hair. But, oh, look, Felicia decided to join us.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh, my. And look, you have, what is this shit you have in your hair? You have
stuff don't worry. Sit down.
Oh, my. All right. I can't sit down. I have to wait for you to sit down.
Ooh, almost fell out my chair.
Goodness. So,
yeah.
Wow, it's been a hot minute. Goodness, yeah. It's
ooh, look at that blend job.
Oh,
wow.
Well, it can't be any worse than mine. I had to put green on my head to get rid of the black that ended up on my head because I touched shit and then touched my face and then yeah. So we're off to a good start this season. Yeah.
Oh, look at Susan and Ryan have joined us.
Ooh,
and
Karen, who disappeared off to fucking Portland again because apparently she's got some piece of ass.
She got a job now too, right?
Oh, I don't know. I guess so.
Oh, you don't follow her that?
No, I knew that. Has the feed started? Yes, the feed has started.
If you're on a mobile or on your cell phone, which I didn't bring mine in, and my hand is still black. Thanks, Freddy.
Your hand is always black. That's
blacker than normal.
I was like, it's not new. Do you need your phone or your laptop? Scotty!
He's not in that room.
Oh, shit.
It's okay. I can survive.
I thought we were going to broadcast on the page.
I said if I could get my life together.
Oh, well. Now we know how that ended up. And apparently Google only gives us 8 hours to broadcast live. So we have to cut this off at 8 hours.
Think of something to broadcast for 8 hours.
For 8 hours. We can just set up and I can just sit there and stone my step-down jacket.
Well, I watched Katy Perry for 4 days live stream. It even recorded her sleeping, but I didn't watch that.
Why?
It was great. Because you got to watch her go around and do the promos, like when their albums come out.
Huh.
So it was kind of interesting.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
See? Karen got a job and a piece of ass.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm rich about that. However, it did take her all the way to fucking Portland, which does.
I mean, I do have a little bit of a problem with that. But I have a reason now to
go to Portland?
Yeah.
My hair is very high. But thank you, Wigs of a Kind.
I did not have time to put mine on, so I will wear mine next episode, I promise. Hi, Gabe King, who was responsible for our fantastic pictures.
Ooh, I know. We got some good ones this season.
So,
Ryan, why do you not have Wi-Fi? That's like the first thing you set up when you move. I don't know.
How are you living?
Karen, you need to find out like where the bars and stuff are up there and get us in contact with someone that can get us a booking. Have drag.
It doesn't have to be together. Because I know they want to book him more than they want to book me.
Nobody ever books me. What are you talking about?
I don't know, Portland. I don't know.
Nobody ever books me, but that's fine. I book myself, damn it. Oh,
you're already thinking about that? Okay.
Aww. Good Lord. Let's see. What was the date of our
last show was in June.
Was it June?
Yeah, it was before you were gonna move. No, maybe it was May because I had graduation.
We had all sorts of shit happening. Like that whole summer was crazy. Like it was.
The summer went by pretty quickly.
Yeah, because like June we had Spotlight, which
maybe that's what it was. It was May, because we had so much stuff.
Something. But yeah, oh my God. And Spotlight ended up, we had to pull that out of our ass. No.
Not mine.
Not Spotlight. Yeah, Spotlight.
Not the 24th. The June one? No. Maybe?
No, when was the last Spotlight?
June 24th was what we talked about on the video.
Right.
So we have every other month, right?
Oh my, no, it's not every other month. It's every 3 months. Jesus Christ. No, June was Geek Salad.
That was fine.
And then
I was not in that one.
September was the last one. I'm so lost. I don't even know what the fuck. Oh my God. But Geek Salad was awesome. We had Havoc on Doom out. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow, we've been gone for like 4 months.
I have no, apparently.
Sorry, guys. So sorry. So sorry.
Well, I mean, I was out of town for a month of that about, so. I know. Karen never even made it to bingo.
I mean, it's not like you can't take trips back. Damn.
Right.
Can you come back and see some people?
Right.
I mean, the weather.
I wonder if we can find a way to broadcast bingo and have people play along at home. They can't really win anything, but just for shits and giggles. Or if we what if we found something to send people if they played at home?
Like a $5 Amazon gift card?
Or something. Or I was thinking more like a Let's Have a Fefe sticker or something.
Or a $5 gift card. I'll stay at home. Yes.
It's all right. It's all right. God, what else has been going on since we Jesus.
Too much. So after talking about we don't get booked, kind of been busy.
They're kind of sparkly.
Book. I know, it's kind of gorgeous down there. It doesn't look like that in the preview. Anyway, so since this has all happened, Mr. Man went to Bangkok,
and which was
a fun time for me to guest host Truth or Dare Bingo. And then he came back and I did the whole I'm never gonna be back. And then the bar hired moi to join along.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I didn't. I was about to get there. So now I have signed up to be torn and battered and abused twice a week.
You're welcome. But that was fun. That was it's a good time. It's fun and it's very low key and
my Thursday nights are not full of sleep.
I've stopped trying to sleep between this now, bingo, and
yes, and then
it's like
I've worked on bookings for this show, and then last weekend. Well, let me just say, I drank.
The hell you say? Did you really?
But I don't remember.
Raise your hand if you're surprised. Yeah, that's what
Ryan, we can see you chatting. Why is there no Fefe for you?
Yeah, I don't understand. That doesn't. Oh, it's because he has no fucking Wi-Fi.
Oh, you can chat, but you can't get the video. Can't you?
It's because you're on Sprint. Who the hell uses Sprint?
See, you're not crafty enough to steal your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
It's because you have Sprint.
Anyway, so we went to El Centro for Imperial Valley Pride, and first off, I thought it was really weird because, like before you go places, I always look where you're going to be performing, because sometimes, like if you look on Facebook, sometimes they have the inside of the venue. Oh, that's why this pen is here, so I can stay out of my hair. But sometimes you can see the venue. Sometimes you can see like where people perform.
Right.
It said that Rocky's Bar and Grill was inside Denny's. And my first thought was, they better be paying us good for this.
That's funny.
Because, excuse me, I seriously thought we were going to be performing in Denny's. Though we were.
I perform at stranger places.
But could you imagine if we were performing straight up in Denny's?
In El Centro.
I would have been like, no, this doesn't work. All these people that are in here don't want to see this. Obviously, they're here for dinner.
Right.
Anyway, so it's actually like a bar. Like there's a doorway for Denny's and there's a doorway for the bar and grill.
Bizarre.
It is. But the bar and grill had the bigger side.
Oh, well, that's nice.
It was almost like, like, why are we changing colors now? I never understand. Now I'm a golden color.
Yes.
A very golden.
Why did we warm up all of a sudden?
Oh, my hands are white.
Yeah, just leave it. It's better warm. Otherwise we look all
pasty. Anyway, so it was a good night. Let's just say I drank Merlot.
Yeah, I got a white girl wasted. I was drunk on Merlot.
But that's not the end.
Oh.
Then I went to the bar to round out my tips, which is a very good idea because most venues like their ones back people. Because some people were like, why are you giving your ones back? I'm like, who wants to walk around with a wallet
that
full
doesn't
of
fucking
ones?
fit in your, like, it doesn't fit in your pocket, it doesn't fit in your wallet.
And
like,
I'm not going to leave it in my luggage. I've never been to El Centro before. Anyway, so I went to go cash out, and then I came back in the bar, and this lady was like, you should get some shots. She goes, I'll buy you some shots.
My.
I had 3 shots of tequila rose. But that won't be the first.
Tequila rose?
Yes. It won't be the first that you hear of tequila rose.
I didn't even know people still drank that.
Oh my god. So I had never had it before, and it tastes like a milkshake too.
Yes, it does.
And it goes down so smooth.
The reason you haven't had it before is because people pretty much stopped drinking it back in 1992.
Oh, I never heard of it.
Oh.
I didn't start drinking until the 2000s.
Yeah, it went out with like Zima.
Oh, but it was good. It
was like Tequila Rose and Zima were like hot.
They're obviously still making it, and they're making both of them now. So, I had never had this before, and it tasted like candy in my mouth.
Yeah.
So, then we went to what was supposedly the unofficial after party.
And I know who you were with, so.
Yes. And so I had, I don't know how many shots of tequila rose after that. And then I had a margarita. And then after that, I don't recall. And then I went to the hotel, and I kept being an emotional wreck. I almost fought the town drunk.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Felicia. Can I
get somebody to write a mini series?
Do I have to go everywhere with you? Like,
no. It was fun.
Apparently you need a chaperone. So just for future reference, if anybody would like to book Felicia, probably a good idea to book me as well, just so I can come along and chaperone.
That was not my fault. I did not plan on drinking that much. I planned on drinking, but I still feel like I'm recovering. Yesterday, in fact, I was nearly dead.
Not surprised.
And had, like, alcohol sweats.
I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Be safe out there, kids.
Yeah. Sorry.
Isaac probably would not like this. Should I send him a snippet?
Probably.
The whole alcohol story, and then say, be safe out there.
Yes, when you fall off the wagon. Yeah. Lord. Did
we go over everything then?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, the pig.
The pig. I got. So, funny story about the pig. You know, occasionally you make decisions that aren't necessarily the most responsible at the time.
Maybe.
I forget who I'm talking to. So
maybe.
We went to the state fair, right? And we were going around, and mind you, we had talked about getting a pig. I've wanted a pig forever, like for as long as I can remember. I've wanted a pig for as long as I can remember. And Shelly's also
wait,
a pig. So
I can't let this story go on. What? Why?
Because they're awesome.
Okay, continue your story.
So we were at the state fair, right? And you know, we're walking around and we're looking at the animals and stuff, and we go into one part of it and they've got like little piglets and whatever, and then we go into the petting zoo and they've got excuse me.
Speaking of such.
Let me just. And then we go into the petting zoo, whatever, and they've got wallabies and llamas and alpacas and pot-bellied pigs and all sorts of stuff.
Alpacas.
And there are these like little pot-bellied pigs running around, and they had these like teeny tiny little 4-day-old piglets. They were so fucking cute. And Shelly was like, "Are you gonna give me a pig?" And I'm like, "No, probably not right this second. No." But so.
Hi, Eddie Omega. I'm listening.
But you know, we're sitting there. We leave the petting zoo or whatever, and we're sitting there, and I start looking on different places for, you know.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, long story short, I got her a pig.
On Craigslist?
She's a little
Wish? No.
Yes, Wish. I got it on Wish.
On Wish, it would have taken like 2 years to get a pig.
No, I found the breeder on Craigslist. And she is, let's see, she was born August 21st. So she's still, she's little. She's just a baby. But she's so...
They act like puppies, kind of, yeah?
But she's already house trained. She's only had one accident. And that was my fault.
Did you house train her or they house trained her? Oh. So it's easier than dogs?
They're smarter than dogs. They're actually the smartest animal on 4 legs. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I only have 2.
And she's like, she's out there and she goes and runs around with the dogs and she's playing with the dogs.
So if you are not following Freddy on Facebook or Instagram.
I would say Instagram at this point.
Because the pig has kind of taken over his Instagram.
Not entirely. So. But she's so fucking cute. Oh my God.
So I told him that the pig should have her own page.
I need to create her name is Agnes.
Where did that name come from?
That was all Shell. She named her, and
I want to know where the old lady name came from.
Well, she has a dog named Gertrude.
Yeah. What is?
This is yeah.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, one of my dogs has a completely made up name that means absolutely nothing. Yeah, and then there's Sparky, which is like the most generic dog name ever.
But you didn't name him.
I did not name him. No, he came to me that way. But yeah, her name is Agnes. Shell calls her Aggie. I call her Nessie or Messy Nessie, because
Our pigs. Is it messy?
She's not like okay. The general people seem to think that pigs are
in slop.
Like foul and they're really actually not. She will she's only messy because she goes in and like when she's outside there's a water bowl for the dogs. She goes and sits in the water bowl.
It is the cutest picture.
It's really fucking cute because the bowl is only like it's like a mixing bowl size type thing and she just fits right in it.
And if you see the size of these dogs,
right,
you probably think
yeah. So
Does
she'll
she get
like
along with the dog?
Yeah, she's fine. She's out playing with them all the time.
And they're fine with her?
For the most part. They try to play a little rough with her, so I have to keep an eye on them sometimes. But,
okay.
But they're not, there's no aggression, there's no, you know.
Bacon!
Right. Which, by the way, we still eat, just saying.
I did see somebody post that on Twitter.
We are still eating bacon. But, yeah, like, so she's messy in the sense that, so she will, like, she'll get in the water, and then she'll go out and she'll like, she's made herself this little area in the dirt that's like just her size. So she'll get in the water, so she's all wet, but then she goes and like rolls in the dirt and stuff. But she's not.
Track in the house?
Well, it's dry by the time she gets up and comes in.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
She will also like, because we feed her in like a metal pie tin thing, and she stands in it. When it's like pellets, so she's little. It's like a, you know, so she's in there nosing around and stuff. And when she gets super excited, sometimes she'll flip it. She'll sit there and she'll nose it, flip.
I haven't seen this video yet.
But she's not like, it's like they don't just sit there and like poop everywhere and
that's
like,
not. I don't.
You know, because everybody seems to think that pigs are just these nasty, gross, disgusting creatures, and they're really not.
I think it's more if they roll around in anything, and it might be the misconception that they eat slop.
Yeah. I mean, you're supposed to feed them, you know, like green leafy vegetables. They can have.
So you're not supposed to feed them leftovers in a bucket, like on Charlotte's Web.
No.
Will.
They'll eat it, but that's because they'll just eat whatever. But like she gets a little bit of an apple once a day as a treat, usually in part of her breakfast. For like training and stuff, we use raisins.
Oh.
Yeah. And she makes, oh my God, she makes the cutest fucking noises when she eats. She's all, it's the cutest fucking thing ever. Oh my God. So yeah. And then
he works from home too, so he gets to play with her a lot.
Well, not lately. I've been busy, but I'm the one that's there. So I'm the one that's, you know, yeah. So, but no, it's, I mean,
lock up the other animals to let her just.
Nope. Unless everybody goes out. Sometimes I'll, because the cat gets annoyed sometimes when there's everybody in there.
The cat doesn't like the pig?
London doesn't like anybody. He's cranky.
Oh, that's true.
There was times when, like, when we first brought her home, she was following him around. Because all the dogs were outside, we didn't introduce them right away. So she was following him around, and he would sit there and be like,
"Bitch, where'd you come from?"
There was one time when she like came and like sat right next to him, and he looked at her. Bah, 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 bah.
Oh my God! Why are cats like that?
It was funny.
We'll have to get a cat expert on her sometime because my cat has been talking.
She's a talker, though. She always talks. Linda talks. So, you know.
But it's at a point of annoyance.
What else has been going on?
I think that's all you wrote.
I think so.
My birthday is this week, and I will
be
at
cares.
Truth and Dare. Truth and Dare.
Truth and Dare.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Truth and Dare. We're changing it. It is no longer Truth or Dare. It is Truth and Dare, bitches.
They
what?
Hate me, because I've been finding some good ones. Some good.
Oh yeah, whenever anybody wins in like one of the Truth or Dare rounds, there's halftime they're like, yay, and then they're like, oh shit.
I've been finding some good ones, and I can't take them back ever.
No, you know you're in for a good one when Felicia has to pull out a stool.
Except for the girl last week was so nervous. She sounded like she was gonna poop out of her butt.
As opposed to where?
Just like shit on the floor.
Oh, I'm like,
I was trying to be polite so I can get advertisers. Where
do you poop from?
I'm trying to get advertisers back. So just so you guys know, this is a good time to bring that up because it bothers me. So YouTube is not paying us as much, so we were earning not a damn thing, and now we're earning nothing.
So it is officially possible to earn less than nothing.
YouTube has let me know that today, and even though I've been logged in as us before, and it decided to tell me that now. So we are starting a Patreon.
Yes.
If you don't know what Patreon is, it is what did you say? It's like a behind the scenes
kind of like it's like crowdsourcing meets like backers kind of thing. Like it's a little bit. It's if you don't what it is basically. It's a setup for entrepreneurs and people like us and even artists and different things in different formats and stuff. It's a way for fans and supporters and things like that to be able to contribute and to
get something back for it.
Right. So it's like
crowdsourcing meets TRL.
Total Request Live.
Kind of. Though, so that's coming back, and
I know that.
I hope
which
that
I think is interesting because I'm like
of the videos, but anyway,
I'm like,
so we're gonna start Patreon, and hopefully, some of our viewers will donate their.
So because there's we've got stuff that we would really like to do to be able to elevate the show, and we're gonna find cool things to be able to give back. We're gonna have like
enough. We could move it out of my apartment.
There'll be like, you know, behind the scenes stuff that you guys will be able to get, and we're gonna work on some like swag that'll be available for those that you know, help us out and stuff. But we're still looking to improve the sound. We're hoping to get better video, you know, things like that to be able. We've been doing this for 6 fucking seasons, and goodness knows we don't make shit. So, you know, it would be nice to be able to do some of these things, and you're still gonna have to pay some stuff. But
it's still a way to give back, and then we don't want to be the chariot case though. So if you
mean charity
case, sorry,
chariot case,
whatever. I'm sober. But also it's a way of saying I'm a part of this. Mm-hmm. So we're working on some things. Maybe we'll read your name. Maybe we'll have exclusive segments because you contribute a certain amount of money. Or have you on the show from here and there.
There's all sorts of stuff. So we're working on that, but we'd love it if, you know, if our fans would be willing to donate, even if it's $5 a month, you know, like that's a coffee.
So if you're following us on Facebook, I will post the link in our group. If you're not part of the group, send me a message because it's not that hard to join.
Yes, we're very exclusive.
I get all the people's. Any new? If you give to our Patreon, we can work on some T-shirts.
Right, we're working on the whole T-shirt thing. Like, there's things that we want to get T-shirts, we want to get like bumper stickers and fun stuff like that. But
that stuff is not so hard. Like, it's not hard to explain to my husband if money's coming in.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It's the same. It's like, okay, so, you know, if we have enough in terms of.
Like, this is the first season that I have not spent any money on anything additional.
Right. You know, so it's like if we are able to say, okay,
hi, Victoria.
If we have, you know, this many supporters or whatever it is, then we can actually get T-shirts. And that's, you know.
And Brandon McGill, who was on our show, and, that's what I got painted.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did. Oh, and I was on. Oh God, shit.
Let's make a mess.
Oh my God, let's make a mess. Yeah, he painted me for his Let's Make a Mess series.
Just kidding.
Oh, I already told him. I said he copied us.
I mean, he kind of.
Let's make a mess. Let's have a Fefe. I was like,
Glad I can help with that. I'm glad I can help.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Yeah. We'll expect our royalty check here soon.
Well, I have to sign up for his Patreon. I'm a little slow because I'm a little broke.
Isn't there a way to sort of connect our Patreon with his? Not like
I can,
but you know what I mean. Like it's one of those.
Oh, you mean like how our YouTube channel?
Kind of. I think there's a way to do that, and I'm not sure how. I have to look at that, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that. But yeah, I mean, he's doing it. He's got his.
That's a good idea, Eddie. Eddie says that could we vote for a special guest?
Absolutely.
Maybe a sister.
There's
multiple ways to say
Indisa, Indica.
Can we get a pronunciation with that?
Right. Can we get that phonetically spelled out?
Mm-hmm. You know I can't read.
But yeah, no, there's all sorts of different things that we would like to do, but again, if we keep shelling everything out of our pocket, it gets a little tough to sort of justify that to partners and things like that. When it's like, hey, why didn't you pay the electric bill? Well, I had to get T-shirts.
Though I have never.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
you know,
the most I'm paying right now is $10 a month for our podcast.
But we've got like there's a few places around that we can get T-shirts fairly inexpensively,
and there are places online that we could have online store. Not my $40 T-shirt, of course, but there are places online. We have this guy that just moved in, and he rides his motorcycle down the street.
Why?
Because he's retarded.
Hey.
I totally get the Patreon. What about you now? Oh, you want us to go? Oh, you know what? I have not ventured to go on You Now. You can earn money on You Now too.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean? What about me now? What the fuck? We've just been talking about me. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm so confused.
It's fine. I got it. We can try that. resources is my, because we're connected on here. Then I would probably need one over there, and then we would just be surrounded by cameras. And
oh, is it like a?
It's a live platform.
Interesting.
Yes, Gabe King bought one of my expensive ass T-shirts.
Yes, he did. I remember that, which I think is great because of the whole. Yeah, I think that's, that was awesome. That was very, very cool. Oh, let's see. We covered all that shit. Do I need to go on to just a tip? No.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So you can actually thank my fiance for this evening's just a tip.
Oh, thank you.
Because, you know, well, I mean, of course, I had it all figured out weeks ago.
I mean, we planned this
months ago. This has already been filled out months in advance. Yeah, not today at 3:30 at all. Well. So as I asked her as she was leaving, I was like, "Hey, what should I do for my tip today?" She's like, "I don't know, think about it." So she mentioned things like costumes.
Not like what we're wearing.
Not like what we're wearing, but as in the bedroom. So I was like, okay, so we'll take it and we'll talk about role playing tonight, which I think more people role play than they realize in the bedroom.
How do you mean?
So role playing is kind of one of the most common. It's basically it's a fetish.
Should we shout one out?
It's like so.
Oh, actually, don't shout one out. I want to know people's favorite role play.
Ooh, if you've role played in the bedroom,
please put in the chat.
Tell us what you've done. Like what kind of scenarios and stuff you've done. Because role playing can be anything that allows you to explore different personalities, different temperaments, and different ways of expressing yourself sexually. So if you're more shy and more timid, you can adopt a character or whatever that's a little more aggressive, a little more whatever it is. And it gives you the sort of the ability to act out various fantasies that incorporate other fetishes and taboos. So there's all sorts of things. Yeah.
we don't talk about this.
Well, like fursuit sex in terms of furries. We talked about furries last season. And fursuit, having sex in a fursuit, which is called yiffing, by the way.
What is it?
Yiffing.
What a horrible name. That sounds so unattractive.
That would be a type of role play because they're assuming these characters and then acting it out in the bedroom. That would be a type of role play.
Bronies have this.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do because bronies, depending on what
do they have? I know this is so stupid, but do they have brony women or? I don't know what to call them. There's
kind of, but
or do
bronies specifically refer to guys because they're.
I understand that. That's why I didn't say like chaponies or something because that's the
chaponies.
Chaponi.
I'm just saying.
You watch too much Family Guy. That's what that sounds like.
Try the Music Man. Thank you very much.
No, I think you watch.
No, that was Music Man.
I'm not educated at that point.
Well, I can't believe nobody's ever done anything in the bedroom.
We're not getting any.
Everybody's all shy. They're all like, "No, I don't want to say. I don't want to say."
Not even the teacher and the students.
Well, that's okay. So here's some of the different things that are kind of out there. That for example, you've got people that have a thing for uniforms. So you can often have like a cop scenario or like a firefighter scenario or like a nurse or doctor, that sort of thing. Because I'm not gonna say.
Oh, you can sit on a fire truck.
So you can
firemen.
You can with the with the cop scenario. You can have somebody, right. You can work in handcuffs and things. So it's incorporating different fetishes. Oh Jesus. Another one that's actually kind of more taboo, but is also very common, is sort of the older, younger type thing. So absolutely, which can be.
People still?
Yeah. which can work into like a teacher-student scenario. It can work into like
we put you on the spot and you don't know.
No, I know. I'm trying to phrase it in a way that doesn't make it sound like it sounds awful when you talk about it, but what it is, it's not really that. That's sort of the daddy scenario.
Oh, okay, yeah,
which,
like the daddy son scenario,
kinda, or like the right, which it's not about. I
have heard of the mommy daughter.
Yeah. And it's not like people see that and they're like automatic, like, oh my God. And it's not really, it's
more of like,
it's
doctor patient.
Right. Doctor patient. Right. And you know, it's the whole daddy daughter thing or daddy son or whatever the hell it is. Like it sounds as worse than it actually is.
It's kind of like in the relation to Karen's. I, in my early 20s, before I even met my husband, had this hookup that wanted to role play, and for the life of me, when you want some, you go for what you want. But I guess I missed the part where he said that it's role play, and I was supposed to be the dead patient, and he was the EMT.
Yeah, that's one. Definitely, that's one.
And he made me hold my breath. It was very. I want to say it was erotic, but I was worried for my
right. Well, that's absolutely one. Victoria asks, "Are fantasies and role play the same?" Not necessarily. You can have a fantasy. I mean, they can be. You can incorporate them in the same thing, but fantasy doesn't necessarily indicate role play.
Oh, well, you can have the fantasy to be locked up on the bed, but not be role play.
Right. Like you can have a fantasy. You can have a fantasy where you're the sandwich in a threesome. Not necessarily to do with role play. You can have a fantasy where, regarding a specific, like venue or something, or like you could have a fantasy where you're, screwing in public or whatever it is. Not necessarily to do with role play, but role playing often has to do with fantasies, like cosplay. Like if you had a thing where, you were super into Star Wars or something like that, and you wanted to do the Luke and Leia, which kind of taboo, but you know what I mean? It's one of those things
I have to be a male. Right. I have to be late.
Or you could do a, Darth Vader and Han Solo, or you could do, you know what I mean? Like you can incorporate that kind of thing. Let's see, Victoria's done the daddy-daughter thing. See, and it's not as weird as it sounds. Like I know people see that, like that's like I said, the audio
like, oh God. My God.
But it can be a really fun way to be able to explore different things, and it does. It makes things interesting, and it changes things up a little bit. And there's all sorts of things that can be incorporated into role playing. You can use wigs. You can use makeup if you don't mind the mess. But that can be actually kind of hot in itself. If by the end of it, everybody's all kind of covered in makeup, like it's all over the place, and costumes, of course. Different types of music can be incorporated. Depending.
Oh, like last week, Into the Sandman.
Yes. So
if you don't come to Truth or Dare Bingo, I'm not explaining it.
So, except for there was a dude who's ideal man.
Oh, we forgot about that.
We'll tell him that in a minute. So you can use different music. You can create different, plot scenarios. So, it's one thing you want to obviously talk about beforehand, but it's like, all right, so you're going to be the cop and I'm going to be the person that you find breaking into a house or whatever it is, and there's all sorts of different
They always have them on rom-coms, which I think is very odd, don't you? They're always on rom-coms that I'm like,
where you have some, it's kind of weird.
Why?
And it can be, Victoria can be weird. It depends on how it's done. Sometimes it obviously depends on what the actual scenario is and how comfortable you're with the person.
Right.
But you know, what's cool is that role playing isn't limited to things like age, gender, or gender identity. It can actually, it transcends all of that. So it doesn't matter how old you are, legal age, please, legal age. Age of consent, folks, age of consent, whatever that happens to be in your jurisdiction. I think here it's 16.
Oh, God.
In Hawaii, I think it's 14.
No.
Yeah.
The answer is no, kids.
But, you know, it doesn't matter what gender you are or anything like that. If you're role playing, you can be whoever or whatever you want to be, which is kind of cool. Obviously, things to remember is, you know, make sure that everybody understands boundaries. You don't know necessarily who's got different triggering situations. You know, so if you're going to do like either a daddy-daughter thing or even uniforms, you know, whatever it is, make sure that whatever you're doing isn't going to...
Like a black guy that may have been beat by a cop.
You know, you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, everybody is comfortable with and everybody feels safe doing. And while it's not necessarily anything to do with BDSM, good rule of thumb is to have a safe word planned out beforehand. Because just like in BDSM, if somebody hits that hard limit, you use the safe word and everything stops.
Are there any people out there that have a safe word? I don't think we have a safe word.
I don't think we do either. No.
Because it doesn't get to be, I mean, we do some rough them up, beat them up, but it's not to a point where it's
right. I mean, if you,
like,
it's
bitch, you need to stop,
right?
Because
that's usually for the more hardcore.
Karen Crusher has a
agrees with me, or has a safe word,
or both,
you know, and obviously Karen has a safe word. Excellent.
Victoria, does that mean you have a safe word? Or are you just laughing at me?
Right. And obviously, you know, keep checking in with your partner, you know, make sure, even if it's like, I know it may seem weird to kind of break character and be like, is this okay? But keep checking in with them and always keep that communication open. And it's just like with anything we talk about on Just the Tip, communication is always
absolutely
key. You know, you have to be able to keep communicating with your partner. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. But I highly recommend.
They may not do the role play thing again. They may just go back to, we lay here, we do this.
And you know, I recommend, you know, doing the role play thing. I think it's fun, and there's all sorts of things that you can do with it. Especially if you happen to have like a stash of costumes and stuff. You know, like there's.
I don't have any.
You want to borrow some of mine? No. This is wipe the schmutz off. But you know, if it's something you've never done, maybe consider it. Like, and you know, with Halloween coming up, this is a good excuse to stock up on stuff.
The day after Halloween, go to the spirit store. Discuss with your partner what you want to get. And that stuff will be like 25 cents. Not that low, but
some of it is. I went the day after Halloween a couple years ago and got a shit ton of things like latex.
You know, those stores don't want to carry all that stuff.
No,
especially the ones that are temporary.
Yeah, they want to get.
They're ready to close and be done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love going the day after.
So you know, I recommend it. I would say try it, and it's, you know,
Halloween candy is like $10.
I know, it's the same fucking candy. You get less of it because it's all full of like.
Get this. I got smart, and for my desk at work, I went around the corner and got the non-Halloween candy that's not decorated in bats and shit, and I put it in my thing. And they go, "Oh my god, it's so expensive right now." I said, "No, it's not."
Or you just go to the dollar store.
It's not expensive. The regular stuff that is not marked by Halloween,
right? If it doesn't have a fucking bat on it.
It's done.
It's the same shit. It's just
I'm not paying
price.
like $5 extra for you to tell me that it is Halloween candy.
It's like, I'm aware that it's Halloween. Thank you. I don't need a bat on it or a pumpkin.
That's my saving tip. There you go.
That's good. Thank you.
But I did like the role playing. If anybody needs to borrow some wigs, you need to go to wigsofakind.com.
You get it. I wish my only thing is I wish this was lower. Like I wish this was flatter. and didn't, you know what I mean? Like, didn't have the braid on it.
Oh.
Like, I wish it was more flush with my head. Does that make sense?
It is flush with your head. I made sure of it.
Well, yes, I know. That's why
you look like an Asian man.
Right.
Wow. I mean, I told you I can't take that apart.
I know.
I don't know.
I think it's awesome, though. And I actually have an outfit that'll, like, match the thing almost perfectly, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Not this one. It's a different one.
But this does match.
I'm just going to have to bring you with me anytime I need to put this on.
Wow. Sounds like I'll be traveling, folks.
Right.
Wow.
Scotty, you're going to let her come to Austin, right?
Is he even watching?
Oh. Hey!
So...
Hey, she lives in Austin. You should go visit her in Austin in November and then come see me.
November 10th, 11th, and 12th.
9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th.
I was close.
Yes. I will be in Austin from November 8th through the 13th. God help me.
Oh, yes.
Yes. That's awesome. Good. Hopefully she's taking notes.
Yeah. Karen,
How the hell? Karen gonna have moved to Portland. Her lady friend is in Austin. What girl?
Different area codes.
You just moving further.
That.
You just the 17th doesn't help me.
Well,
I'm not there on
the 17th.
I'm not going to be there on the 17th.
She doesn't care.
Apparently not. It's fine. Whatever.
Did she not hear the date?
Apparently, I don't know. It's fine.
I mean,
she'll be moving here in the year. Well, that doesn't help me either.
Ooh, that's a long time though. Right. I mean, should I wait a year or should I go now?
Good Lord.
This is very confusing.
I know. They're all
Karen, your life is... and I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What we got on the offbeat? I can't stay an extra few days. I got to work and shit.
I mean, unless you're paying. I got to be careful.
I had to beg to get my damn work to let me off for those days.
Corporate world. Thanks to hurricanes and wildfires, because I always say wildfire. Anyway, nobody's talking about the fact that last week there was an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico that may be the largest since DP's Deepwater.
You want to try BP?
Did I say DP?
Yeah. You got DP on the mind?
Oh my God, shut up.
DP.
You always interrupt me.
Double penetration.
Just let me read it and then you can do your shit. Anyway. You know what? He always talks about I never do this right. I always fuck up this shit. And then he interrupts me. I never interrupt him. Go ahead.
You never interrupt me?
No, I ask questions. Go ahead.
Girl, no.
I'm here for you.
I'm just making sure
you're
giving the people the right information.
I am here for you.
Go ahead. Did you show the people your new cup?
No. I have no selfie control. Including the O light that I did get. I found it on sale on Amazon. Anyway, God, that title is so long. I don't want to start over. That's the reason why I'm in. Because you know I don't like to read out loud like this. Deepwater Horizon in 2010. Do I have to start over?
Probably.
I know that you heard me. This is painful.
You'll be all right. You can do it. I have faith in you.
I don't like to read in front of the class. Thanks to hurricanes and wildfires, nobody's talking about the fact that last week there was an oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico that may be the largest since BP's Deepwater Horizon in 2010. Now. I think sometimes. I think that we haven't even recovered from what we've been through. Nobody has been, the ocean has come alive and fucked us up. That's what happened. Everybody else is like,
Mother Nature's like, here, hold my beer.
She has thrown
Trump said, Trump's like, there's no such thing as as global warming. There's no such thing as nature's like, here, hold this.
Oh. Does she come after us?
Probably. We have a moron in office. Just saying.
And Puerto Rico is an island, and it's surrounded by water.
Big water.
Big water.
Big ocean.
And they were going to ruin our budget.
I can't even with him anymore.
Speaking of him, Trump to widow. Oh, God, this made me so mad.
Jackass is the man who.
Yeah, do I have to read that one?
Do it.
Oh. What is that word?
Niger. Not what you think.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. I know we're uncensored, but I may have to.
That's Niger.
Okay. Trump to widow of soldier killed in Niger, because I almost read that wrong. Attack. He knew what he signed up for, and wasn't he the one that told like the mother of a soldier something else too? He fucked up something else.
All sorts of things, and plus he's the one that said that McCain wasn't a war hero because he got captured.
Yeah,
and
didn't congratulate him on because McCain just got an award.
Well, yeah,
and he didn't say anything.
Well, why would he?
Because McCain is probably the one with more sense.
Well, McCain called him out on what was it? It was like
well, he's called
like
him out
homespun nationalism or some shit, like half-baked nationalism, which I think is
love
fantastic,
that guy because he's turning into just a man.
Yeah. Brain cancer looks good on him, apparently.
Will you explain?
Niger is I believe it's a place. I believe it's in a country.
Is that in the Midwest? Oh my God!
Yes.
Wow. In the Middle East.
It's in Nigeria, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was never good at geometry.
Yeah, it's in Nigeria.
It's amazing how I passed high school.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. I can't remember if it might be the capital.
That might be right.
If I remember correctly.
That's so stupid.
Who the fuck says that shit?
So if you're not on the up and up of the dickhead that's in charge of this place, he has said numerous things, and told Puerto Rico.
We're getting to that.
We're gonna talk about that. Oh yes, I got a rip. High school cheerleaders in Utah proclaim their support for interracial sex. Oh wait, nope. Just racist ass bitches. I changed it.
Good. Way to improv.
I heard somebody talking about this, and I think, that's just like the kid that was here that did that.
Yeah.
That when they spelled out the words. Are they friends? Do they know each other?
Probably.
Ugh. What, Victoria? I was laughing at. Oh.
She's laughing at you.
I'm not saying that. Whoa, let me read this.
Would you like me to do it?
No.
Okay.
No, I know how to read the word.
You sure?
It's just a big word. I just.
You just found out the syllables? 5 syllables.
I'm not saying that archaeologists have spotted hundreds of mysterious ancient stone structures, but
You gonna try this again?
No, I think it's so stupid. I can't believe this happens. I can't believe you picked this one.
You're welcome.
I'm not saying that archaeologists have spotted hundreds of mysterious ancient stone structures put there by aliens in Saudi Arabia on Google Earth, but archaeologists have spotted hundreds of mysterious ancient stone structures put there by aliens. I have heard conspiracies about the
pyramids and all sorts
and
of
how could a human body
between pyramids and Stonehenge and so basically everything on this planet was.
And I did hear that about how the Eiffel Tower got completed, and I was like, wait, there's pictures of people putting
together. That's dumb.
You think I'm making this up?
That's just stupid. Pyramids, I could see how that could be some speculation because they're just ridiculous.
Stonehenge, that could have happened on accident and they moved them.
You ain't trying moving them.
It could have just happened on accident.
Not likely.
And plus, they didn't have...
Yes, Google Earth.
Girl.
They weren't digging or anything. They saw it on Google Earth. So...
Are we getting into the nitty-gritty?
Yeah, we'll probably go over a little bit tonight because, you know, it's our premiere and stuff. So, couple things. This is something that that has come up, and there's a lot of debate about it.
Well, we need to start from the very beginning because this is nasty.
So, what popped up for a few days ago was this thing was trending.
This has been going on for weeks. No, I'm talking about the story that led up to Me Too.
Oh, I wasn't even that. We're talking, with Harvey Weinstein and all that. With the
not everybody knows that.
Well, because I wasn't really getting into that because it really has no.
Well, who started it?
Actually, was not Alyssa Milano.
It wasn't.
Nope. It was started in 2007 by an African American woman, and I can't remember what her name was off the top of my head.
Sorry.
But Alyssa Milano, somebody tweeted Alyssa Milano or whatever, and so Alyssa Milano sort of restarted this whole Me Too campaign. And the whole thing behind it was if you were a victim of sexual harassment or sexual assault or whatever it is, you were just supposed to use the hashtag Me Too. Now, on my Facebook, I don't know what everybody else's Facebook looked like. So on my Facebook, yes, there were women that joined in the discussion. There were also men that joined in the discussion. There were also trans men that joined in the discussion. There were non-binary folks that joined in the discussion. And then what started happening, and this was kind of upsetting and a little bit disturbing for me anyway, was that people kept jumping on the men who said something and the trans folks who said something and the non-binary folks said something, and they kept saying, no, you can't say anything, you shush, this is for women only.
Yeah, I did see a couple posts about
now here's my thing. In my opinion, and this is just me, and I may get shit for this, but this is just me, in my opinion, when it comes to
guilty by association,
when it comes to sexual assault, when it comes to rape, when it comes to whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't know gender. It doesn't know gender identity. Anybody can be a victim, which has been blatantly obvious by the number of people that are speaking up. And some of these people never spoke up until now.
Or I've seen some of them I didn't know.
Right. And that's the thing. People are coming out of the woodwork, and, you know, I've been told, I've seen people jump down trans men and being like, you can't say anything. Well,
here's one post too that said, men, though we do respect you. And it obviously was a very disrespectful post.
Right.
But I taken accord by this person that they meant all men, that this movement is not for you. And I thought, well, men are up in that percentile just like women.
They are, and they're actually far less likely to report it or say anything because there's an even bigger stigma.
You don't hear about it does not mean that it does not happen.
Now, my thing, when it comes to when you start silencing people with things like this, if you start saying, no, this isn't for you.
Or shaming.
Right.
That's what
so like with me, okay, does my sexual assault or does my sexual harassment only count up until the point that I transition? Am I allowed?
Why does it disappear after you transition?
Well, because I'm a man now.
Well, that's the stupidest thing.
But that's the thing, is that these posts are like, and that was part of my thing, and that I was like, so you're telling me that I can support and I can be an ally, but I can't join in the discussion because now I'm a man. But like, and I've said this on a few people, so I'm like, so do I post Me Too, but then do I put like a little footnote and say, oh, but it's okay because it counts because it happened before I transitioned? Like, that's what I'm saying.
I would have shot you if you did that.
But that's what I'm saying, is that people are telling me that I am not allowed to join in this discussion.
People that are born women.
Okay.
And they're 12, been sexually molested or assaulted, whatever you want to go for. And then they transition. Does it just fall off the map, or
it doesn't count now because, you know, they're men now, which is what I'm getting when people tell people they're not allowed to be in it. And I was like, and I've been like, okay, so what about trans women? Does that count? Because if they were assaulted, say, before they transitioned, do they get to say anything? Because they hadn't transitioned yet. They were still legally men. So are they not allowed to say anything because they were men when they were assaulted? Because, you know, statistically, if a trans woman is assaulted in adulthood, they're usually dead. So
we did lose a few over the break, too.
So, you know, at what point, you know, and when it comes to non-binary folks, are non-binary folks allowed to say anything, or do they just keep silent because they don't really identify as male or female?
I think society does that all by itself.
Vern was talking about stuff, and they posted that they were getting crap for it, and someone was like, well, for this exercise, you know, you're a woman. And Vern's like, no, I'm not. So
that's just
again,
like
at what point
a black person saying, no, not today,
right.
You're white.
So at what point, you know, there are plenty of areas where women have their own voice and no one needs to chime in. Plenty of areas. Just like there are plenty of areas where the Black community and people of color have, you know, the right to be able to say anything without having somebody else step in and you know. But when it comes to sexual assault, I don't think that we should be telling people to shut up, because that just adds
we really shouldn't, because people already are fearful of what people think, how they will feel later, how they there's so many emotions that if a person actually comes forward and tells you something, you should be that comfort, that support, that person that's the go-getter. And I really don't understand. There are people that treat it like a weakness.
Oh, absolutely.
Why'd you wear that dress?
Absolutely.
Gabe says that I was told mine never counted.
Same.
And that I needed to suck it up by another trans man who was assaulted as well. What is that?
It's crap. Sexual assault should be spoken about more by everyone. Exactly, because I don't think that we should be. So, and I like, it's pissing me off to see men of any, whether they're cis or trans or whatever, to be like, you know, this happened, and then to have people comment and be like, this isn't about you.
So
sit down.
The one thing that should make where we are now in society should be totally different than the 1950s. At least we're having the conversation, but we should not, because I wasn't there, but in the past, people have been, oh, you know what? So-and-so touched you. They didn't mean it.
It was just a mistake. It'll never happen again.
I mean, let's not talk about it at the family dinner,
though. So that's something that I'm not okay with. Like that, I'm not okay with that at all. And
I think the suicide rate is high among sexually assaulted victims too.
Oh, absolutely. But again,
because
when it comes to especially cis men who have been assaulted, very, very few of them ever come forward, ever say anything about it, ever.
Especially if it's seen as a weakness.
Right. Well, it's, you know, you were assaulted, you must be gay.
Or what did you do for them to do that?
There's a stigma, there's a whatever. So just, you know, at what point when you start telling people that, you know, no, they can't say anything, at what point do you draw that line? Because again, does mine only count? Like mine doesn't count because now I transitioned. So
it only counted
until 2014. And then after that, it doesn't count anymore. I have to shut up and not say anything because it's not about me. Or, you know, again, with non-binary, they may have, you know, they may be a female-bodied person, but they don't identify as a female. They don't identify as a male. Are they supposed to just shut up about it? You know, this is my problem. I don't think that we should be silencing people in this scenario. If someone wants to jump on a, you know, Black Lives Matter post and like, well, all lives matter. Yes, then shut the fuck up. This is not that.
The problem is that people don't understand, so they talk before they understand.
I'm just, ignorance. And every time I've asked, you know, well, you know, or is this the way this is going to be, or, you know, does my assault not matter? What about trans women? What about, you know, I get runaround answers. Nobody can ever give me a straight answer. So I'm like, okay,
it's so because they don't know.
No, I'm like, so you're just speaking out of your ass and not thinking about what you're saying.
Absolutely.
So great. That's great. So I would just say if anybody watching is one of those folks that have been telling people to sit down and that it's not about them, maybe think about that before you do that next time, because it is not your place.
If we were having a stupid political argument or something, then I'd be like, okay, I'll go sit down.
I don't think that anybody should be silencing anyone that comes forward with this, because at what point are you drawing the line and erasing people?
Is that mine?
So, probably.
Okay, because I did not put primer on. You can judge all you want, but
I didn't bring my powder. I'm all shiny. So, you know, that's just my 2 cents. I'm just saying. And then
I said my piece, and if I say any more, I might get a little bit.
Yeah, well, I know I'm already gonna get shit, but it's fine. I had to say something. And so, how about that Mother Nature, huh? How many hurricanes have we had? Like big ones in the last couple,
3.
like in the months, there's been like 3 or 4 big ones.
And maybe another one.
Yeah. And then fucking Trump, who decides that it'd be a really good idea to go to Puerto Rico.
Oh, I wanted to do something. I wanted to bring a paper towel.
Oh.
And throw that.
Thank you.
Because I know that would make you feel better.
It would, yes, absolutely. Hey, you have no home. Have some paper towels. I don't understand.
Okay. I'm going to be the one to say it. I'm going to be the one to say it because I feel like I can. And I don't care if people are mad. So I did. How long ago was that? That I read an article about how Donald Trump responded to each individual crisis.
Right.
Now he hasn't said anything about California. I'm sure he's waiting for it to be done. Oh, yes, we love Freddy's 2 cents. It was more like 75.
Whatever.
But anyway, so in this article, Harvey was the first one, right?
I think so.
Harvey was the Texas.
Right.
So he comes in. He goes, guys, we'll help you put it together. And that's when all the shit came out. And his wife, Melania, had on shoes when she first got off the plane, but when she was getting on the plane, she had her heels on. He could have changed his shoes on the plane. Rich lives matter? No. I'm really... Ooh, we could go on for hours. And then, what was the next one? There was another one.
Oh, I can't even...
It was the Florida one, right?
Yes. Hurricane Irma.
So it was Harvey, Irma, then Jose.
I think so. Hurricane...
If I remember correctly.
2017.
But there's a Maria in there.
Yeah.
So maybe it was 4.
And the Caribbean is completely destroyed.
So as he's going through these, the ones he couldn't wait to get to Florida and tell people, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yada, yada, yada.
So let's see. The first one was in August. That was Hurricane Franklin. That was a Category 1. Then there was Hurricane Gert. That was a Category 2. Hurricane Harvey was a Category 4. Hurricane Irma was a Category 5.
Ugh.
Hurricane Jose was a Category 4. Hurricane Katia was a Category 2. Hurricane Lee was a Category 3. Hurricane Maria was a Category 5. Hurricane Nate was a Category 1. And Hurricane Ophelia, which just happened a couple days ago, was a Category 3.
Okay, so And as he's going, he gets a little more, what would you call it? Less appreciative of the people. It's not all equal, is what I'm saying.
It's all taking up his time. He
cannot be bothered that this is happening and that he's got things to do.
He's stuff that he has to do instead of going golfing. That's the problem.
Which he continued to do while these hurricanes were recovering. In past presidencies, I'm not calling him the president. In past presidencies, they have taken the time to help clean up.
Even Bush got out there and did
to help hand out materials.
Did stuff like on the ground, not wore fucking Louboutin stilettos and shit and throw paper towels at people. And tell people that they're fucking up their budget.
Yeah, that.
Who says that? And he literally said, "Yeah, okay, you're handful of deaths. I mean, sorry and all, but it wasn't Katrina, so."
He literally, and just so that everybody knows, and I feel like Puerto Rico is that hidden stepchild that nobody knows about. Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Puerto Rico is part of the United States, and their electric, nor anything else like water, sewage, trash that they get rid of, has not been updated since the 1960s.
Yup.
And to know that it's part of our country, and nobody has been down there to invest in it, is amazing.
Right.
We go to places like the Florida Keys. We go to Hawaii. There's nothing against those places. But we also go to Puerto Rico, and we have people that move to the mainland from there.
Can't imagine why.
But if we're not helping them, I know it's going to cost, I don't know, whatever he said. But if it's going to cost whatever it's going to cost, that's like years.
Right.
What is that? Like,
and then he just went to the U.S. Virgin Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and said that he spoke to the president of the Virgin Islands.
Yes.
He is the president of the Virgin Islands. Fucktard. Who lets him do things? Like,
where is Prinze?
Laughing.
Prinze is sitting back.
He's laughing.
And just letting this happen. That's the part I have not seen, and you can correct me if you have seen this. I have not seen Prinze.
I haven't seen him in a hot minute.
I saw him at a rally that was on the news, but I have not seen him at any of these natural disasters.
No, he seems to be keeping a relatively low profile, which is kind of interesting. As everything crumbles around behind, like everything's just disintegrating. Pence is like, And
for a while, for a couple of days, it said if Pence had become president. And some of the tweets were so scary.
Well, then fucking Trump makes that joke where he's like, yeah, Pence wants to see all the gays hanged.
Oh, yes.
Who says that? I don't understand what.
But if he's going to hang the gays, is he going to hang the lesbians and the trans and the bisexuals?
Well, no, because lesbians are hot.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
The straight men are going to want the lesbians.
Right, you're going to want that because otherwise what are you going to do with you got to have lesbian porn. So what are you going to do with that? You got to keep the dykes. Well, no, you don't want the dykes. You just want the women that are able to kiss women.
Correct. And they have to have like 6-foot nails.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pence doesn't give a fuck. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. That
it seems like the Congress people are being they're being more vocal than I have ever heard.
They're starting to. I think all of a sudden people are going. When you hear Republicans speaking out against Trump,
you know, one that surprises me is who is it? Is it John Kerry? Is that his name? John Kerry.
He's not. That's not surprising. He's a Democrat. He was the one that ran for president.
I know, but usually he just
kind of stays in the background.
He does the
right.
He votes.
Yeah.
Now he's talking.
People are getting way more vocal.
You
about
never
things,
really
which is
hear
really
from John
interesting.
McCain. And John McCain has said a lot lately.
I said brain cancer looks good on him.
I mean, if he's gonna go out, he's gonna fucking
all of a sudden
the wheels off the place.
Yeah, it's what I don't understand. I legitimately don't understand this is how he's still there because
who
Trump.
Who
Trump.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah. I'm like,
I wish I could.
I legitimately don't understand it because he has managed to fuck so much up and say so many things that are so not okay. Why is no one?
Both sides should take responsibility for this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you remember this? Somebody mentioned this to me, but it made me think of something else. Remember when he was running for president and he said that Barack Obama didn't care about the violence in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to know that that's gone up a couple of percentages. Okay. And I'm waiting for Donald Trump to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
And tell the police how to do their job.
He doesn't know how the fuck to do anything. Jesus Christ.
I'm also waiting for him to stop spending nearly... Oh, she retracted her message. Ooh, wonder what it said. But there's a lot of promises made that are going to happen in the first year of presidency that Barack Obama fucked up. Instead of him trying to go back and fuck up the shit that Barack Obama created, why not move forward and create your own damn shit?
He's doing a good job at that too.
Because now the poorer people of the Obamacare don't have anything because he's trying to destroy it.
Okay, Bush received the same treatment in the last 4 years of his presidency, but he was already there for 4 years before shit really started. I mean, like, and Bush was a fucking moron. Bush was a moron. Bush was a fucking moron who had no business being president.
I feel like he's more intelligent now.
No, not even. If you listen to him, no, he's really not.
I can't watch him. I can't watch him.
He's not, and people forget. So, like, that he got us into fucking wars that lasted for years and years and years.
I blame his dad.
He was a fucking and lied to do it. Like, it was, people forget about that shit. They're so willing to be like, oh, Bush, he. No, he fucked us over.
I mean, I'm not saying that Barack Obama was 10 out of 10, but I am saying that he was a little closer to what we're looking for. To me.
Yeah.
To me.
Can you imagine if Obama had stood there and thrown paper towels at people?
They would have looked at him like, dude, are you serious?
Yeah, that never would have happened. Can you imagine if he had gone golfing as much as Trump does?
Well, they were already making... Remember when he kept going to Hawaii? They were already making a fuss. He only goes like twice a year, but they were already making a fuss.
And Trump spent more in... I think it was the first 4 months.
He has already spent more than Barack Obama
did in 8 years.
Funny how they didn't really go nowhere.
You know why? Because he was doing shit.
And I want you guys to know that Donald Trump has not passed any legislation at all. So laws aren't being made, and
it's because he's too busy throwing.
And the tax reform looks like it's going to be not for us.
Of course not. No, it'll never be for us. He's a fucking that anything he does is not going to be for us ever.
And what I want to say is that if it goes the way I think it will go, the middle class will become part of the lower class. Not that we pyramid that way, but
probably. Poor get poorer and the rich get richer is basically what's happening.
I mean, and we're going to go to war.
Probably. We're not even going to go to war. North Korea is just going to flip the switch and just blow us up because...
Well, I'll be like the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Be like a cockroach. Upcoming stuff. What we got going on?
So the next Spotlight show is on December 16th. That is a Saturday.
You need to come out. It's going to be awesome.
Ryan is not watching right now, but Ryan, your ears are burning, and I know.
He said last time, he's like, I'm going to put the next one on and that was the one for September. He's like, I'm going to put that one on my calendar. I'll make sure I'm there.
So I know that he got invited because I invited him to the event.
Yeah, he was like, no, I'm going to make sure that I request that day off and blah, 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 and still nothing. So,
I mean.
But yeah, so next Spotlight, December 16th. It's a holiday themed show, but it's not.
Holiday.
Like, yeah, it's not your average holiday show.
I mean, bring your mom. She'll love it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, your grandma might have a heart attack.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
We got bingo every Thursday at the Cash. We start playing with our balls around 9-ish. If you're in Phoenix, Yeah, well, if you're in Phoenix, I highly recommend coming out. It's free to play, and you can win all sorts of kind of cool stuff.
If you live in the East Valley, don't send me messages that say it's too far, because I live in the East Valley. You're welcome.
And I live in fucking Glendale. So, like, y'all have no fucking...
We live on opposite ends of the earth.
Right.
To get to the middle.
Seriously. You're fine. And, you know, we've tried doing shit in the East Valley, and none of y'all fucking showed up, so I don't want to hear it.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We have Halloween.
Look at that.
Right.
Gay King has come from Bisbee.
Right.
To come to our show.
That's further from the East Valley. Just saying.
I mean...
we have a cat-themed Halloween, or I guess it's a Halloween bingo at
I still don't know how to say the name. I dare not say the name.
La Gatara.
There you go. That sounds great.
La Gatara Cat Lounge in Tempe. That's happening on the
Times Award.
Yes. Yeah, it was Best of Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
There might still be tickets available for that. You should look on Facebook and see. I would come out for that. That would be fun. There's always awesome prizes.
That's in the East Valley. It's in Tempe. So if you can't make it to Phoenix, you can make it to Tempe. We'll be there on the 27th.
And then on the 28th, we're going to be hosting the Halloween shindig at the Cash. There's going to be costume prizes and all sorts of stuff. I don't know what I'm wearing for that. We should probably figure that out.
I found my other horn.
Good.
Now I can't find the outfit that I wanted to wear. We've already talked about how this goes on.
Let's see. Right now, we're still working on special guests and stuff for the season. At some point, though, sometime soon.
For November, though.
At sometime soon, probably not next week, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have Mia Adams on the show, and she's actually gonna be cooking with us.
I could have sworn I booked her for next week.
Oh God. Okay.
The 25th. Clean your house. Do I need to come over?
No.
I'm good at cleaning house. Just not my room. Were you ever like that as a kid? I loved cleaning the house. But when it came to my room...
I don't like cleaning anything.
Oh.
Depends on... Victoria, it depends on where the event is. I generally have to travel further than anybody. How far do we have to travel? Like, for me to get here, it takes me... It takes me a while. It's like almost 45 minutes to get here now from where I live.
That wasn't the case in previous?
No, it wasn't. It was actually, yeah, there was a point in time when I lived like a mile down the road, literally. I live a little further away than that now. And I moved further. I used to live right behind the Cash too, so that would take me literally 2 minutes to get to anything that was happening at the Cash. And then I moved further north and further west. So basically,
he is not lying.
Yeah, I have to. I travel usually the furthest. I think it takes me longer to. Yeah, it takes me longer to get to the Cash, I think, than it takes you now.
Oh yeah, because it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it takes me a little longer than that. So yeah.
But the deeper I go into Phoenix, the further I have to go, and sometimes like I don't get booked at the Rainbow Cactus, but
I don't even think it's a thing anymore. I think
somebody asked me about that.
I think they closed.
And that was about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It was hell.
I mean, I can get to, like, if there's something happening, like, at the Rock or in that general area, I can get there relatively fast.
And you live right by the freeway.
Yeah. And just hop on the freeway and then come down. But to get here, it's, like, 3 different freeways.
17 to 10 to 2. Because, you know, I like to go.
Right. Right.
How do you get there? Oh, well, you take them
Take this freeway to this freeway to this freeway, and then this freeway over here. And
tell me how to get there. And I'm a food landmark kind of person.
Right. Yeah, I don't do go north on the. Tell me to turn left at the Circle K. That's much easier.
I don't know what Google Maps did, but I need to go back and look at it because it has started to say like go north, and I'm like,
oh, I know, and I without anything, not. Just and it started like the other day. It was like turn right. Where? Where am I turning right? Are you gonna? Oh, we're not gonna do. Okay, we're just gonna whatever. It's fine.
The update is ridiculous, and it was like go north, and I'm like, Okay.
Let me grab my compass real quick.
All right. You tell me where that is.
You have to look at the compass that's on Google Maps now, so you have to figure out that,
I'm glad I'm not driving because that would be just an awful mess. But Victoria, we can come to your city. Just pay for us to be there.
I definitely want to travel more and perform and stuff. So, if anybody has a hookup for contacts in their city for me to come and do shit, let me know. So,
where did we leave on?
Sponsors.
We're working on the Patreon. So, if I feel like it, I'm just kidding. If I post it in the group, will you guys check it out? Have y'all used the group?
I've tried it. It's not entirely accurate, which is...
I thought it was for the people, by the people kind of thing.
Kinda. I don't like it as much as...
I watched my Uber driver put in where he saw cops.
Yes, you can do that.
I was like, you're gonna do that while I'm in here? But okay.
Right.
Yes. But I don't like it, I guess.
I don't like it as much as Google. I've tried it, and I'm like, I'm
a little disappointed because Google changes things when I get used to them.
Right.
We're lucky the show is the same way it is. Because
seriously,
I was afraid when we signed in today that I was going to be like, oh.
Right.
Different.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you tell them you're going to Austin in November?
Oh, no, I am going to Austin in November. I am going to be performing at the International...
Drag Festival.
Thank you.
Because it's not the International House of Pancakes.
Oh, damn it.
Though that might be after the festival.
Probably. Yeah, I'll be performing at the Austin International Drag Festival, which is kind of cool. I'm excited about that. I bought a luggage scale to make sure that I don't go over my weight limit.
Who are you flying with?
Me?
No, who are you flying?
Oh, Frontier.
Oh.
It was the cheapest.
Might have to ask somebody if I can get some help. I don't.
No.
If I find if I find a cheaper option that's not Frontier and I can check bags, you might want to leave one here so I can take it with me.
I can do that. I leave very early morning on the 8th.
Which would mean you would have to bring your bag to me sometime
before that. Yes.
We do have guests that I have booked. Ones that I can remember off the top of my head are Mia Inez Adams, because everybody's always talking about her cooking, including me. She made me hungry and posted it on my wall. Sitting at work thinking, oh, it's lunchtime. Just. Anyway, we do have, I put on the books Valentina Knowles. She's here in Phoenix. She has a show at Vault. There was somebody else. I'm talking to the shirtless violinist.
I don't play the violin anymore.
No, you're just shirtless.
Oh.
And he's very cute.
I like cute.
Absolutely. And anyway, let me remember what I'm doing. We want to thank our sponsors, Gabe King Photography. You can visit him at gabekingphotography.com. We want to thank Wigstop. I'm not wearing a Wigstop wig, but Freddy is. All that hair, just here. I could have pinned that so much tighter, but somebody was crying as I was putting it in there.
It's not going anywhere.
But I could have made that so much flatter in the front. You can visit them at wigsofakind.com. Do you want to do your Tantus?
Yes. If anybody's in the market for an awesome body safe medical grade silicone toy, whether it be a butt plug or something that vibrates or some sort of dildo or all sorts of fun stuff, go check out Tantus. They are by far some of the best toys out there. You get your best bang for your buck. Get it? Go to tantusinc.com. That's TANTUSINC.com. And as you're checking out, put in the code Freddy's Tip, and you'll get 15% off your order.
Let me spell your name, because not everybody.
FRED. FreddyStip. Freddy's Tip.
I'm glad that's not your legal
Thank
name.
you, Victoria. Oh God, I'm.
Oh, that's hilarious. If you want to sponsor us or support our Patreon, I'll post the link in our group. If you need access to the group, send me a message. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Both as a group and separately.
Yes, all of that. I'm on everything else, but he's not. Separately.
I can barely manage Facebook and Instagram.
Understandable. Special thanks to all of you that watched. Be sure to like this episode, subscribe, and share it with all your friends and enemies and Trump supporters.
And we will see you guys next week for episode 2 of season 6. Yay!
And I promise to wear a primer. And this is the one of the first season premieres that we did not cut off. That's what I was so worried about.
Oh, that's true. We usually have Felicia breaks the internet almost every time we premiere. So.
Oh my gosh. What was that one season?
Oh my god.
When we were sitting over here,
right.
And it just kept going off.
Right.
Like no warning.
Just off.
And people would be like, "You're disconnected." I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, I remember that. That was awful.
So, good night.
Good night. We'll see you next week. I'm glad that we're back. Hopefully you guys are glad that we're back as well.
Do me a favor. We are 10. No, this morning I changed that. Somebody asked me, how do I subscribe? And I changed. It's 191. Can you send our channel to like 6 to 10 of your friends so that we can have 200 subscribers?
We are just shy of 200
because it's driving me nuts.
Right?
I'm like one of those.
We need a good round number. So share, tell your friends, subscribe.
When it was like at 101, I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. But when it's at like 190, and I'm like,
we are like right there. We are so close to 200. So we'd love it if you would like encourage your peoples to subscribe.
I want people to like us.
I know.
Oh my God. Well, good night.
Good night. We'll see you next week.
Yes.